Allies in Advocacy is a group committed to advancing the equality, dignity, and human rights of all persons.
Washington State Allies in Advocacy presents excerpts from A Proclamation for the Dignity and Rights of All Human Beings.
The reason for this experience and for this proclamation is to let people know that you can really make a difference in life and that we should expect more. We should expect more from everybody. People with disabilities have a reason for being here. There is a tremendous amount of value to each person. We want people to have those opportunities that would allow them to have the most fabulous life ever that is of their choosing and that is how they would want it to be, not how anybody else has conceived that it should be or that it needs to be because of who they are or how they came into the world or their disabilities or where they grew up in their culture. As human beings, we are all destined for greatness. Being human, we believe and affirm that all people have absolute power to direct their own lives with determination, dignity, and meaningful choice.
We are the boss of our own lives.
I have a voice. We're just like anyone else, human beings.
I own a house. I got a freedom just like anybody else. I live with wife and me. We live together, and I like it really good.
I never doubt myself, and I am proud of what I'm doing.
Our money and resources must be safe and under our ultimate direction.
That's independence. I mean, that's what it is, being independent. That's being your own boss. We are adults, we're not little kids. I know that's kind of hard when a person can't speak or if they have a real bad disability, but there's people like from their family that can help them and stuff like that.
It's good to have money, but it's also good to understand how to keep a budget and how to keep things safe. I could have control over my own money and just knowing what I can do to have fun with my money as well as paying my rent on time.
We believe and affirm that all human beings have the right to live free from the oppression of a transportation system that isolates us in our homes or within a community.
I was living in a home where there was no transportation. I had to rely on my mom and dad or friends to get to where I needed to go. That was very hard for me. And now I live in an area where I can call for shuttle anytime I need it. It makes a lot of difference because I feel free. I can go to work without having to rely on other people.
We have the right to technology, including assistive technology, which increases our personal power through access to information and gives us the ability to more fully, productively, and effectively interact with the world.
Technology is very important because it gives me access in my world to do things that I try to do, like work, having jobs, and communicate with other people in various settings. It's also important to know that we need to have affordable technology to make that affordable because a lot of people can't buy older or buy $10,000 of equipment. So I have to help them to get afford so they can use it instead of just sitting there not being used.
We believe and affirm that everyone has the freedom to lead a meaningful life in which we exercise the right to choose our meaningful relationships, the people with whom we spend our time, share personal details, or with whom we are intimate. One of the things that's particularly important to me is that we listen to who people choose to have in their life, and that those people really have the ability to, in some ways, be the extension of who you are, and to choose those people and make those choices about who's going to support you and who's going to be behind you 100% is so critical. It's so important that people feel the support of the people that are in their life.
We refuse to tolerate physical, mental, emotional, or sexual violence. We deserve freedom from violence that comes from people or systems where abuse has become commonplace and is ignored.
People should know, they shouldn't have to put up with somebody misusing them in their house, and even if that is their worker, that they have a way to get rid of them, and that's the way it should be with anybody. You shouldn't have to take abuse at all.
We believe and affirm that all human beings have the right to live free from the oppression of those who devalue us through medical discrimination.
People have a right to what happens to their body. We have a right to be free from those who make medical decisions about us or without our voice. We have a right to be free from those who treat us for their convenience. We have a right to be free from parents, guardians, or others who override our decisions without listening to us. Altering any part of anybody's body takes away part of them.
In the institution, they didn't give us any respect at all. It made me feel bad. We need more respect.
If you don't respect each other, how you gonna get respect to other people if you don't respect yourself? They have a feeling, they are human. If I don't have respect on you, you don't have respect on me. And if I don't have respect on myself, no one's gonna have respect on me.
One of my favorite phrases from the movie Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. I've learned the true meaning of respect and how awesome that is.
If you'd like more information, you can go to our website at www.alliesinadvocacy.com. If these are things that you believe, please show your support in signing on to our document. Thank you very much.
The following participants make up the Washington State Allies in Advocacy: Yvonne Abedinez, George Adams, Sherry Brown, Shannon Carson, Maggie Cron, Brian Dahl, Kathy Eastern, Karina Fell, Chris Harden, Larry Hill, Ed Holland, Audrey Cadlick, Cameron King, Sean Latham, John Lemus, Eric Mathis, Mike Raymond, and Emily Rogers. This proclamation came out of a civil rights collaborative effort by members of People First of Washington, Self-Advocates of Washington, Self-Advocates in Leadership, Disability Rights Washington, Washington State Developmental Disabilities Council, Centers for Independent Living and University Center for Excellence in Developmental Disabilities at the University of Washington.
We were careful to collect and include information from interested individuals across the state of Washington to create this document, and wish to thank everyone who has contributed their thoughts and ideas for this important proclamation. Copyright 2014 by Washington Allies in Advocacy.